I'd like to say thank you to EA and the Game Changers program for providing me early access to Tiny Living. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to ArsenGirl Gaming. My name is Heather, and I thank you for joining me for this Tiny Living Stuff Pack first look. You guys know me, I love to build tiny houses, so I was super excited when I heard about this pack, and I've been dying to get my hands on it. And let me tell you, I'm kind of disappointed, though having said that, I actually like the stuff in this stuff pack. So it's kind of a mixed bag for me. I do wish there were more items that were really intended to simplify tiny living. I think the only thing that's really helpful for me is the consolidated like TV stands and the Murphy bed, but we're missing things like bunk beds, ladders, anything that would let us actually make tiny houses, things with smaller footprints, things that you can cram together. I don't know. It was just kind of disappointing. There were parts of it, like, I love all the furniture. I mean, I'm really into the style of the pack. I'm going to go over it in full on my Twitch channel, and I will post the VOD of that here on the channel in the next couple of days. But I just wanted to like kind of do a build, see what I could fit into it, and check out the new kind of game. I'm saying this with air quotes, gameplay additions, which you can see I left up in the left top corner while I was building, just so you can kind of see how it works. I was working right now on a tier 1 micro home. You can have a tiny house and you can have a small house. And I think it's 32 squares, 64 squares, and 100 squares for each of the levels. And so I was trying to work within that micro house, make place that 1 or 2 Sims could live in. Now, that being said, I accomplished it. I really do like the house that I built. It's a cute tiny house, probably one of my favorite tiny houses, or micro house, I should say. But again, the only thing that really helps with space is the Murphy bed, because I can take it and have a living/bedroom area instead of having to have a separate place for a bed. But other than that, the furniture is pretty much par for the course for furniture we have in the game. Typically, I didn't really have much that encompassed or helped with making a tiny house. University gave us the small refrigerators for the dorm rooms, which that's all, that was a help right out of the gate for small houses anyway. But I do think this pack kind of missed the mark. It could have added a lot more items that you would find in a real life tiny house. Granted, I know it's a stuff pack and I know the budgets aren't very big and there's limited things you could do, but I just feel like the mark was missed a little bit. Would I recommend buying this pack? Absolutely. The furniture in it is great. I love the style. I love the front door. There wasn't really any other build buy stuff, obviously, because it's stuff pack. And I didn't dig into the Create a Sim side of things on this because, I mean, this was all about tiny houses for me. And I kind of wanted to show off some of the color swatches here and with each of the items and kind of look at what items we did have while I was decorating the house. Like I said, I'm going to go more in detail in another video. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, I totally recommend buying this pack if you like the style of the furniture. If you want to get your hands on that Murphy bed. I mean, the Murphy bed alone is worth $10. If you're a Sims mobile player, and you buy any of the packs in the Sims Mobile, you spend a lot more money than $10 just for hair. So, the value is definitely here for this pack. It's just a disappointment for me in the sense that there just wasn't a lot that enhanced me building tiny houses. So the one thing I do want to talk about though is the micro, tiny, and small home. Well, I don't do a lot of gameplay, so it won't really affect me in that sense. It was a challenge actually staying within the footprint of the sizes that they gave me, especially working on a micro home. So I really enjoyed that part. And that added a little bit of like pressure. You'll see as the house evolves throughout the build what came at the end, and making it so that I could fit everything in that I wanted to fit in that 32 block area. And just to kind of give you an idea, the little room that's in the back, it started as it was going to be an office slash laundry room. So I was going to put a stackable washer and dryer in there and have that little desk. And I needed to fit everything into the bathroom. So that didn't work out so well. And that room ended up going away so that I could make the bathroom slightly larger. I had to make the living area slightly larger so that everything kind of worked. So the desk got kind of tucked into the corner. I didn't give it a chair because it would have blocked the door, but in my imagination, the poof that's by the entertainment center would be pulled over and used as a chair at the desk. When you think about it, if you've ever watched like a tiny house show, you see that they do a lot of those things. Like they'll have non-traditional items used in a more traditional way to make everything fit in this tiny little area that they're trying to live in. And I think it just kind of adds to it. So then my next thought was, okay, so tiny house. Do I want to have an outdoor living area? How do I want to proceed? So in the new tiny living pack to stay within that block area, if you put any foundation, it counts as that space. If you go upwards, it counts as that space. If you go down, it counts as that space. So you can't really cheat it very well, but you can use terrain paints. You can use flooring tiles outside to kind of extend your living space without affecting the blocks. So I started out wanting to make that little alcove area in the front of the house as a like outdoor place to kind of hang out, but it didn't fit for me. It didn't work right while I was placing it, especially once I put this foundation in. So what I decided to do is turn it into a carport, and then I put like a little front porch area, so there could be a seating area out there. And, eventually I could add something like a pool or, a garden or whatever in the back. But anything that would just not take up any of those blocks, because I was like determined to stay under 32, and I made it. I mean, I totally made it 30 out of 32, and I got my micro home, so I was really pleased with that. I added a lot of windows to kind of expand the feeling of space, light, and outdoor kind of coming in helps with that. So I tried to put windows wherever I could. I added the windows in this build last because I wanted to make sure all the furniture fit and then put the windows in around that, so that I didn't have to compromise in my furniture placement. So that's just a little tip that I use. If you're trying to build and you're not sure where everything's going to go, place all your furniture first and then add windows as needed. And it should turn out, I think this house actually came out super cute. I'm really, honestly, I know I say this a lot when I build, but this is really one of my favorite tiny houses that I've done. Uh, I think if I had to have like a little artist retreat or like a guest house in my backyard or something, I would do something like this, truthfully, because I'm guessing in real life we're probably looking at maybe 160 to 200 square feet of living space. So it would be a really small, quote unquote micro house. And it could definitely encompass, though, a nice guest space, a living area, or a she shed, a man cave, something like that. But the layout is perfect because the bathroom is a fully outfitted bathroom. And then you've got everything you need, a kitchenette and eating area, sleeping area, relaxing area, all in one place. So, I mean, what more could you ask for, really? It's just my opinion. But of course, I just love it. And I hope you guys loved it too. And I hope you love the screenshots. At the end of the build, I will kind of show how the Murphy bed works and go through that because it's super cute. The animations are adorable. And like I said before, if you're on the fence about this pack, if you like that Murphy bed, it's worth the $10 price of admission. Seriously. And there's 4 different combinations. So you've got it with a couch, without a couch. So even just for regular builds, like the one without a couch would be great for a guest room slash office. And I say that because in my dad's house, his office is fully decked out with a built-in desk and shelves and all that. And then on the back side of the room is a continuation of that built-in desk area. But what it actually is a Murphy bed. So it just looks like a wall of wood, but you pull it down and now you have a guest room. So when your guests come, they have somewhere to sleep, but when you're just there, it doesn't feel like a guest room, which I really, really love. And then, they continued that with the built-in shelves all around it and drawers and such. So it totally feels like an office when you walk into it, but converts to a guest room literally in like 30 seconds. And I like that they included a version of the Murphy bed in here without a couch attached to it, so you could have that. So for flexibility's sake, for building in regular builds, I think it will add to that as well. It doesn't have to just be used in a tiny house. So anyway, those are just kind of my thoughts on this new pack. And I think for tiny house builders, it adds just a little bit extra dimension. For everybody else, it just gives us some more stuff to build with. I know a lot of it's similar to what we've had, but there's stuff I really like. So here you see the Murphy bed animation going down, and now my Sim self is going to hop into bed. She looks so cute and cozy, and now she's going to put the bed up because it's morning. And there you go. The shelves are back where they want to be, and she can sit on the couch, read a book, watch TV. And I just wanted to show off, like, I do love this table and chairs. I love that the legs are very centered in the middle of this because we've needed tables like this. So I'm glad about that. I do like this bookcase because you get the TV, you get the reading. I like the changes they made for all of us to the books and making it so that we don't have to have bookcases in order to get learning. You see the little kitchenette here where I tucked in the microwave and the refrigerator, but we've got a little counter space. While I was building, I didn't have the sink, but I realized it after the fact, so I added it. And here you go. Here is a look at the screenshots for the build. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know you watched. And of course, if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, let YouTube know that you'd like to be notified when I post something new on the channel. That way you won't miss out on anything coming down the line. And there's more Twitch replays, more Sims 4, more Sims Mobile, and other fun stuff coming. I'll see you guys again real soon. Have a great one.